Welcome to Shallow Midnight Pod. This week we have the usual. We have Pod with us.
Good to feel noticed, you know.
And we have someone back from the dead. We have Gar.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back. So how was it? After do fill in the listeners how it was, what you had, and how you did.
I had nothing. Well, like I got my
the mild COVID.
I didn't get mild COVID. I got my vaccination. So excuse me. So randomly, I got a text from my doctors randomly just to say, do you want to come up and get a jab? And I was like, yes, I will. No, COVID jab, not just a random jab.
Yeah, smack jab.
Yeah, smack jab.
Oh, yeah.
Come meet me in the alley out back.
Yeah.
I'll jab you
Different
up
type of doctor. Real nice guy. Like.
And it just said on the text.
Damo was his name. It sounds a bit dodgy. Like Dr. Damo.
Dr. Damo. So I looked at the message and was just like, oh, what the fuck is this? Because I was like sitting around, I was in my folks' house at the time. And they had just got them there in their freaking late 60s. And I was sitting there and I was like, COVID. And I was like, please pick a date. And I was like,
nice.
Wednesday. And then 4.
And this was like 2 days after you got the text, or 1 day or something like that?
Yeah, it was.
You got it fucking pretty quickly. Like.
I got the text on a Sunday. And then I could pick like from Monday, Tuesday, whenever. Next week.
Nice.
So I picked Wednesday. I rocked down. I got the jab on Wednesday. Fine. Grand. Straight in. Had to wait 20 minutes. All gravy. Got the Pfizer one, which I was like, sweet. I didn't want the AstraZeneca one for some stupid reason.
And what was it like after you got it? Was it like fucking got kicked by a mule in the arm, or?
No. The day I got it, fine. No problem. Although when I got the jab, you didn't feel the needle, but it got real, like, spicy in there for a second.
Oh
you know
no,
what I mean?
Picante.
Yeah.
So
Like,
like, was it a
feel
big
it.
dirty plunger, like, or
no,
is it just a
tiny needle, so you can't feel it, right? But I did.
I beg to differ. I fucking hate needles.
No, you can't feel the needle, but it did feel like venom in you for a second. Like, it was
no,
like,
that's because it was.
Yeah,
it's
like,
fucking Wuhan market venom. Fucking straight from the bat.
Spicy.
So then I was fine. Then the next day, I woke up fine. Arm and hanging on me though. Like arm was just, looked like it felt like you got a school dead there, like a real whopper dead there.
That was the day after.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, that's fine. Then I'd, like later on that day, I felt like a bit hot, a bit flush, maybe not sick or anything. I didn't feel bad, but I just felt, I could definitely have a temperature here. I'm sweating here. The next day, though, on the other hand, the next day was weird. So I literally opened my eyes and felt weird. Like I opened my eyes, I was lying in bed, and I just felt like, oh no. I was like,
what do you mean?
I can't describe it. It's hard to describe. Like it was just, I don't know if it was in my head. Like
every possibility.
I may have still been dreaming.
Yeah, like this whole thing.
I just took a hit of crack. It could have been that.
Like, I just felt really off, and I didn't want to get out of bed, and I freaked out a bit, and just weird feelings. Like kind of, and then it was be hot and cold, just kind of like feeling off the whole day, and it got worse throughout the day, and then randomly it would just go away, and then it'd be grand. I'd be like, right.
And then you were completely grand after that?
Grand for a second, and then I'd like... grand for a second, like grand for about 15 minutes.
And waves.
And I'd feel like a lot of energy, and I'd go, and then like 10 minutes after that, I'd be like, don't.
All right.
Can't breathe, can't walk up the stairs.
Just no fucking energy.
Yeah, no energy. Yeah, and then I was fine. Like, but that's what I was like, no way to you. It was like, ain't happening. I'm gonna lie here and feel like shit for.
Yeah. I feel sorry for myself. Yeah.
I'm fine now. I have to get my second.
Listen to some Skunk and Nancy. And, That's just that one song on repeat.
I have to get my
how does that song go?
Second job. Like
Don't start. It took a week to get that out of our heads.
Oh god. But yeah, you're alive and well. Do it. So when did you get the second job? What's the gap? 3 weeks from now, or 3 weeks from the first?
3 weeks from the.
No, 3 weeks from now. 4 weeks from the first one.
Yeah.
So last week I got the job.
And is the AstraZeneca one you got? Is it?
No, I got the Pfizer one.
Pfizer. Is that it? Like, which one, or maybe all of them, give you like? It's the second the worst. I hear some of them it's worse, and others
I don't
it's
know
not.
if anyone has a fucking definitive answer for that.
Yeah,
We haven't got. I don't think we've got enough people on the second one yet.
Well, no, I don't think they in general. It's just kind of a bit of a pot. Look, I've heard the Pfizer one is way worse than the second jab.
Right.
Oh, right.
So you have that to look forward to.
Great.
Yeah.
I've heard that if
Avoid it on a Friday, please.
I heard that if you get sick on the first one, you don't get sick on the second one.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? I've heard like I've
heard
witnessed
if you
the
had
AstraZeneca
COVID already,
Yeah,
it can
that's
be
on the-
really rough
that's
when
on
you
the
get the injection.
AstraZeneca one,
Right.
and I've witnessed that.
Right.
So
Because I like
Enjoy that.
Yeah, a girl I know apparently she had COVID in January. She got now. In fairness, I don't know which one she got, but she got whatever one, and said she was in a fucking hula hoop.
Yeah.
After the first injection, I don't even think she still has gotten the second one. But yeah, she said she was in fucking ribbons, absolute ribbons.
But I've also I know two people, one that had COVID, got the AstraZeneca one, and was in a heap, like fucking nasty for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I also know someone else who had got the exact same, had COVID, got the AstraZeneca one, was nothing.
Yeah.
It's pot luck.
Can
It
you
really
imagine
is.
if they
Your
came out in
body,
the
how
end?
your
My
body reacts.
outlet got the AstraZeneca one, and he basically, I remember asking him, and he was told, he was like, oh, I mean, you should be fine. You'll, the usual thing of like, you might feel some soreness soreness around the injection.
the bite wound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
The bite
otherwise, you
wound.
should
That
be
snake
fine.
in the corner.
And then the next day, he was like, I woke up the next day, and everywhere but the place of the injection hurt. Like he had aches and pains all over for a few days. He didn't get He didn't get.
And had he COVID before?
No. He was COVID clear, and but he had some other health issues and stuff. But he never got the full fever thing.
Right,
but like
right.
for like a good few days,
Are you
he was
supposed to
quite-
get the full fever on
You
the
can-
injection?
You can get a fever, not the full fever.
Well, like
You
no,
get
but
a fever, a mild
Yeah,
fever,
yeah.
compared
Still,
to
a
the
fever.
cold fever. Yeah, fever's fever.
Fever's no
Rough enough,
crack.
like. Yeah, no
Yeah.
crack. Like, yeah.
But you can get a mild one that's over, like, I think what I had, which was like a mild one, which is over like 38.
Right.
Like,
Well, like when I had
is
when
just-
I had
yeah, but-
COVID, like I guess you could describe it as a mild fever, but it was fucking awful.
I'd
Like,
say say yours was
wasn't-
about 40. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like,
who
that's a
knows,
big
like-
difference.
yeah, maybe I don't know.
38 is like, oh, I feel a bit flush and I'm a bit
But do
drowsy.
you actually take your temperature?
No.
Few degrees
'Cause I was
higher,
gonna
and your
say,
balls
it's-
will up and leave you. Like,
Oh,
you know
I
what I mean?
fucking
It's
agree
like they'd be like,
that-
no, it's
Yeah,
too
that's what I
warm,
mean.
But
But
lads. It's
temperature
fucked up."
wise, has anyone like when you were a kid, did your parents ever take your temperature
I've had my temperature taken.
How? In your
Rarely,
mouth?
rarely my parents.
or your armpit or something?
yeah. I've never had it up my ass. No, is where you're getting this.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm getting to because I always thought that was a stereotype in like The Simpsons or something like that. I never knew this was a real thing. Turns out it is.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, the girlfriend
It's the-
over in France. She was like, oh yeah, then when we did fever, that's what it is. I was like,
Oh, whoa.
how perverted is
It's
that?
commonplace.
Yeah, normal.
I just thought it was the like most accurate way to get like
Yeah,
your
it's
body temperature.
Possibly, but it's still fucking perverted. It's weird, like
Oh.
for a show that promotes perverts.
So-
Like I still
Yeah.
say that's fucking crazy.
So her parents.
yeah,
were,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Sticking it.
I think it was
in
her
the
parents, I'm assuming, or
Oh,
some guy
God,
with a
no.
lollipop in the van.
It's like, right, kids, there's 4 of yous, and we need to take all your temperatures before you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to school.
Yeah.
Line up and drop trout.
Boom, 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 boom. And who was that guy?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Dirty
That's-
Frank, Dirty Frank.
Ouh là là, je m'appelle Franck.
I'm a dirty
like-
bastard.
I like the temperature in the bottle. Very
Filthy.
nice.
Filthy.
Ouh là là.
Speaking about filthy places around the world,
Oh.
did you like,
You have something for his car.
did you like
Somebody sound the filth klaxon.
Ooh.
that? Yes, I have. I have plenty for everyone today. This is.
We should actually
gonna
get
be
a filth klaxon.
We
That's-
should.
That's
We
definitely,
should.
yeah, right.
Next week,
yeah.
Phil Claxon.
Yeah.
Nice. So what do we have this week? We have
Well, this week I have been doing a lot of research on hookers. So
so inward self-reflection. Self-reflection.
Mid fever, I.
yeah.
Got a serious horn on me. Needed to sort it out. I've never actually looked up hookers in Pornhub. Is that a thing? I wonder, is that?
Of course it is.
I'm
must
sure
be.
there is.
Yeah.
like,
That's not the research I was doing,
No,
by the way.
Sure it wasn't. Yeah.
I've done plenty of that. No,
completed it, mate.
yeah. Finished it.
Joe, it came from me. The whole idea came from I was watching a show while in Fever City. I was watching a show. It's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
A hooker show, I'm assuming.
No, it's either Netflix or Amazon.
No,
One
a
or the
farming show.
How ho can you go?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Farming.
it's
Yeah. Hey.
It's not got anything to do with hoes. It was just. It's got what was it called? Fucking no-go zones. It's called no-go zones.
All right.
It's all
Shit
about
holes around the world or something.
And like
Nice.
some-
That sounds interesting.
It was. The first one was in Johannesburg, and it was the scariest place I've ever seen in my life.
So it's not banged up abroad; it's just banged abroad.
Yeah. No,
Oh God!
This place was. It was like
Up
this
the
little
shit.
township that was run by. All of them were massive meth and crackheads. All of them.
In Johannesburg.
Yeah, in this little tiny, like 2-3 roads full of gangs, and everyone was mad
like Wild West.
Mad out on smack. It was crazy.
God.
Crazy.
The swing doors into the saloon. Fucking hell. I can only imagine.
It went to other places, and it went to Medellin was one of them, and...
Yeah, Medellin's a bit spicy, all right.
I fucking really liked her. I thought it was fucking lovely. There's obviously
Depends
shady
where you
areas,
go.
but, you know.
Yeah.
I was in an area in Medellin that was... apparently, like, we went on some kind of tour and some actually looked like some rape van, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know, one of those
but I mean-
but they were like, oh, we have some deal with this road because it's the Pablo Escobar tour, and they were saying, right, this is where Pablo started, and it's just a whole, I can't remember the name of the road, but it's a whole road of just robbed car parts. It's all just spilling out into the street. There's no shop signs, and it's you go down the road and they're like, right, we have a deal with all these crackheads and fucking everyone selling, obviously drugs are galore. She's like, right, you just can't take pictures. Just we're gonna drive down. That's it. And she was like, oh, you see that like parasol thing with the multicolors that's all tattered and in bits. She was like, yeah. She was like, that's where they sell the. I can't remember what's the offshoot of Coke. That's like over there. Coke was like $7 a gram. This was like 50 cents. It's like some sort of
what's it called? I can't remember.
Icy crack.
Yeah, it's the chemical they use
to
make
scrape off the discharge.
The discharge.
And it's all these
filth.
like. Like a circle of junkies sitting under this parasol thing, and it was in the beating hot sun. And they said something like, "Oh, you know how much Coke is over here?" And they were like, $7 a gram, which is ludicrous. And then, but they were like, "This is like 20 cents a gram or something." Like it's nothing. It's nothing, and it's all these like proper down and outs. Like it was, and then we came around the corner, like literally where that fucking umbrella was at that corner, biggest police station I ever saw in South America. And they were like, "Yeah, the guys just pay off."
They smoke it. They smoke it in a like a Coke bottle, like in this Coke bottle, like crack kind of thing. It's fucking gross.
It's very cracky. It's very cracky.
Johannesburg, they were all over that as well. Like fucking nasty.
Awful.
But anyways, besides that,
back onto the fun, the happy.
Exactly. Look, so they went to Medellin, and there was this big brothel in Medellin, and then I was like, well, and they were going through prices and stuff, and I was like, wow. And they met this other girl. There was a prostitution in every part that they went, obviously. In. So
there is a lot of prostitution in South America.
So I was kind of, well, this is in...
Not that I actually visited any prostitution, I just saw the lot of...
Yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, I just saw them. Yeah. The officer was just resting in my account. She was just resting on my lap.
Yeah, exactly.
Her knickers just happened to be
my
off.
My face were just resting in her tits.
Yeah. So I just fell asleep. It was a hard day, you know. I was drooling on
She was very considerate. She said, rest your eyes there.
And you know the way you're tired and you drool? Well, sometimes your dick drools when you're tired, you know. There's sometimes these things happen, you know. I don't know. I don't control it.
So it got me thinking.
I don't speak Spanish.
It got me thinking. I was like, right. So I'm curious basically I was just curious where is the like cheapest? Well, and it just got me interested. And I was just doing some research, and I found out some interesting facts.
So next trip for Shallow Be Thy Pod?
No.
Downtown fucking Bangladesh? Is it?
No.
Dhaka.
So where would you?
Coming live from fucking some horrible squat shithole where we don't even have power.
So I've got a bit of a quiz. Not quiz, but just comes
just a question. Just a question.
So where do you think the biggest prostitution industry is in the world? What country? So what country makes the most money from prostitution?
I don't know. I'd say Brazil is right up there, like, because they're known at least for like beautiful women and all this kind of stuff. But I'd probably be wrong. It's probably fucking like China or or India, where it has a stupid amount of people.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so...
Or maybe some horrible fucking like Somalia.
What about the countries, the few places in the world where it's legal? Do you know what I mean? There'd be much...
Like Germany or Holland
more
or
money in that, wouldn't there? You'd think, or at least... You see, how do you...
Oh, is that the question? It's the money. The most money or the most... Oh, the most money. Yeah. Well, definitely not Somalia. Or any of these pirate fucking brazzers.
Well, I'll tell you, right? So I'll tell you this. So you were right with your second kind of comment. So it is China, right? By a fucking
country mile.
Yeah. So China makes on average, right?
Yeah.
73 billion right?
prostitutes.
In
From
the
Howen.
in the sex
Damn.
trade, right? Granted, there's
Local
a lot
sex
of money.
trade, like,
There's
it's
a lot
not-
of money. Well, the whole gamut, right? Obviously, this is a very rough estimate. No one's calculating all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
number.
No one's got that little
the
visor, the
next
plastic
place-
visor with the.
Yeah, they do like sending people around the world, don't they? They do.
The
yeah,
next
they,
place-
they send their workers on field trips.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
God.
The next place surprised me, and it's a lot less. So the next is 26 billion, right? Which
Okay.
is a big giant drop, but it's Spain, and I was like, really?
Spain.
Spain. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, big sex.
Like I
trade in
saw
Spain,
when
like,
I was in
I
Spain
mean,
one
yeah,
time.
you'd see a few.
I was in, but
a
when I was
lot
in,
of- lot of brothels in Spain.
I took like a taxi, whatever, from some airport in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere, and I was driving on literally the equivalent of the fucking motorway. Like it was a motorway.
Yeah, and all
like,
the
there was
roundabouts.
no one.
Yeah,
There was nothing nearby. We're going on like an on ramp onto the thing, and there was some fucking stunner. Like huge tits, the Daisy Duke shorts, all this kind of stuff, like hanging out. I'm like, oh my god, like who is stopping for you? There's no one here. It's literally you and a fucking cactus. Like there's nothing around. But I was like, can we stop? Is this? Can we even
You're
stop
around,
here?
You're
Like,
around.
yeah. Holy shit, though. I couldn't
Yeah.
fucking believe it. But Spain. That's,
Yeah, it's a crazy.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
was-
if you're
I-
thinking sex tourism, like, well, it's not sex tourism, but that also must be factored in. Like, but you wouldn't be picturing there.
I would
like,
have thought somewhere like Thailand. Or,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's an obvious choice.
You know,
It's the money though, like and it, like because
yeah, Thailand is nothing.
Yeah,
Spain
exactly.
is.
it's also
I'm
the-
assuming
the price
plenty.
to pay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
What about Holland though? Like, that's a like just queues outside of prostitutes there. Like.
yeah. There's
Not enough though.
800 million.
Jesus fucking
A
Christ.
lot less.
Holland must be up.
That's
in the,
tiny.
I'd say Holland's
Holland's
next.
tiny.
Yeah, I
And
know,
out-
but it's just
and
the
out-
sex, like the
but outside
trade
of,
there is
yeah,
huge.
but outside of Amsterdam, it's not.
And
that
it's not
big.
even Amsterdam. It's a tiny.
It's that
It's
lit-
like
yeah.
3 roads.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it is.
And they
it's
made it
very,
a lot
it is.
smaller as
Outside
well.
of Amsterdam, it is not like the Dutch
It's
are
just
not
normal,
a big
like-
fan of the whole industry.
They,
No.
well, they've no issue with the with sex workers. They have a massive issue with sex tourists.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't.
Well,
want
I'd say like it's
Randy
I can,
Grits coming over.
but I can imagine like it's in it's just, you know, fucking
Yeah.
bulldog tattoo and just fucking kicking heads,
So on that
taking names and fucking kicking heads.
though, so on that though, this is another thing I looked up, like the legality of it in certain places and what's the best place, like where it's legal. So what?
in what way? Like, as
Like-
in you mean what can
So
you do
around-
the most
No,
that
no,
you
no.
get away with? What are we talking here?
No. Like as in, there's countries obviously that is completely illegal. Like
Yeah.
for one,
Like
right,
here.
the only first world country. I know we're not. I don't think we actually use first world country as a saying anymore. But I can't think of it.
Well, we're still using
We're
it.
using
So
it on
first
this
world
fucking
countries.
show.
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
we, the developed world?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, suck
So
my
the only
fucking
first
knob.
world country that has gone back on its prostitution laws rather than going forward as
Right.
far as
As in for
legalising.
okay.
So this has gone backwards to make it illegal, which was a surprise to me. Was Canada? I was like,
Oh.
So that was
the
legal.
Canadians.
So it was legal,
It's
now it's
completely
illegal.
illegal now, and also illegal to prostitute yourself and to buy sex. So it's like it's
Because I hear they
it
have
makes
really
it-
good strip clubs over in
it
Canada
makes
and
it
whatnot. So that
sexy.
surprises
Actually,
me.
I went to one in Vancouver when I was
Yeah?
16. Yeah.
And how was
nice.
it?
Yeah,
You and
Scandalously
Brian?
good.
No, my parents. Obviously, I was on holiday with my parents, and we went to Van.
So,
Island.
so that got awkward.
we went.
Really?
We went to Vancouver Island for
Mom,
like
do you
4 or
need to be
5
here?
days
for
or
some
whatever.
sort of orgy.
And they were like, right, we're going off to do
Or gay.
whatever it was, and I'd already clocked it was a strip club about a block away from the hotel, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill here for the day. It's cool. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna wander around
With
see
my
what's-
3 shekels.
See
You
what I
got, like
see.
you're 16, you
Yeah,
got no
I think-
money. Like,
I
what
thought
am I gonna? Am I gonna trade in my belt at the door?
Basically I was like 16 and decided, fuck it, I'll chance me arm. Daytime strip club. Yeah, it was a bit grim, all right.
Oh,
looking back,
daytime is
Looking
always
back.
good. But at
Looking back.
16, like as in, I
I'm
would
telling you
like a crackhead would turn you on at that
was,
age.
there was some absolute crackers working there. It was
The
was
stage
just, it was-
presence probably
it was
wasn't
just,
so
there was
much.
about
Like,
6 guys there.
and she's picked up a
and
nasty
4
meth habit. Here we
yeah,
welcome
yeah.
Candy. The C-section scars. Like,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, darling.
I'll put smoke butts out my asshole.
But that was the one thing, I had never seen so many street hookers in my life as
Really?
in Vancouver.
And
Now,
were they
granted,
like very
I mean,
obvious and
Yeah, well,
horrible,
that's the
or
thing.
They,
but-
well, there was a gambit. Now again,
Right.
like in the, I remember Friday. I remember that you'd always see 1 or 2 floating around the place, especially on the main strips, and they were fairly easy to spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, scantily clad, and whatever else.
Yeah.
Some more desperate looking than others.
Yeah.
But I
Sore
remember-
thumbs like sticking out.
But I remember the difference then. It was like it was either Friday night or Saturday night. It was whatever night and I remember coming through the main thing, and literally every corner. Loads of hoes, and like 16-year-old me was giddy as fuck. I was just, oh my
Well, basically, so
God.
they've gone back on that, and so they've made it like not a great place.
But strip clubs, I'm assuming, are
Well, strip clubs are
obviously
strip
still
clubs,
a thing.
they're fine,
Sure, they're here.
But it's just a bad spot for anyone in the sex industry to be at. The moment.
But then again, like,
Canada, boo Canada. That's
but
not
at
a
the
cool
same
thing.
time, like prostitution is everywhere. Like it's here.
No, I know,
it's
but
illegal
also-
here, but it's
It's
still.
the
That's what
oldest
I'm saying.
profession in the world.
Yeah, or so they say. Like
Well, yeah. Well, no. See, the
I
difference
imagine
is
farming would be a bit older than that, but there you go.
prostitution isn't
dunno.
illegal.
Yeah, I don't know if you don't want to pick up a fucking bit of corn, you could always sell your ass.
yeah.
You for that corn,
you gotta
for
pl-
said corn.
You're gonna plough that field? I'd rather plough your wife.
Give me 2 stones. Like, what the fuck do you have back then? And an oxen. Whatever
Prostitution.
happened to them?
Bridgie, go out there and make some bread for the family now, will you? No, that field is as barren as your womb.
Oh, God.
Prostitution isn't illegal here.
Isn't illegal.
No, the buying of sex is. So if you go
So
get
what,
a
are they
hooker,
selling time or something?
you're the one who's prosecuted, not them. That's the
And
whole
anyway,
point.
you're not paying for sex; you're paying for their companionship.
Where do you think is the most progressive?
That just doesn't give
Where-
a Swiss. Just doesn't give a fuck. Like.
No, they do. They're like ahead of the game when they come to like how they treat the sex trade. In
Well, like Amsterdam, obviously they have a union and stuff like that.
Amsterdam's
so
very good.
I'd
It's
assume
not up
that.
the top. The two,
I would think no. Like
Is it
let me
Nevada?
think. Let me think.
Nevada.
Yeah,
No,
Nevada have a lot of that.
No. They just tolerate it, and they be like, right, we won't. It's
Well, I'd say
illegal.
Australia. It's probably one of them because they
Oh, they do
prostitutes
actually, yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, they do actually, yeah,
It's
they've
all legal.
quite-
Like I lived in Melbourne, and when I was 18, and the only place I could afford was obviously shithole. It was called Grey Street, and it was just known as a shithole. And walked outside, and it was just prostitute, and not glamorous ones at
exactly.
all. Like my sister was living with me at the time.
Oh Jesus!
She
I was
walked
like,
out.
Where's that going?
She walked out to go to work.
Girls got to work.
But she walked out in like work gear, a pub work gear, as in
Yeah.
not done up. It's a fucking slacks and a fuck, as in
Everyone has their niche,
and
as
a
you'll find
labeled
later
and a
on.
labeled pub, thing on the t-shirts, whatever. And some homeless guy that was outside our apartment was like, how much? Like she was like. You're homeless, like I said. You're like, Jesus Christ, give us some fucking credit. Like, but the place was a shithole. Before we moved in, one of our friends was telling us he was walking down the road and, like, late at night, some prostitute comes up and was like, "Oh, do you have a smoke?" And he was like, "No, I don't smoke." And then fucking, I think she nutted him, like, I said, just headbutt something. She's done something like that, and then fucking out comes the pimp. And he was just fucking getting hockeyed as he was running away. It was just, oh great, that's where we're moving on Tuesday. Whatever. It was like
fantastic.
shit. So, but that's it. Like, and my first job in Australia, the first place I applied to was called, I think, Club X, a sex shop. Because I was 18.
You
I
mentioned
need,
that before.
I
yeah.
needed money. So, but my point is, like, Australia had plenty of prostitutes. It really wasn't frowned upon at all, and
No,
it was like
but that's
like sex shops
That's
galore.
the thing. That's plenty of places around the world are tolerated, and it's all like that. Blah blah. Here, it's pretty tolerated. They don't like it. It's it's
like,
not.
Yeah, there's
pro-
websites where
we pro- they don't
it's not
prosecute,
policed.
and also we actually have. So I was reading. It's the sex trade in this country is run by Romanians. Did not know that.
Really?
Really? So I heard.
Sounds dodgy.
Yeah.
Sounds like
course it
very nasty and
That's
dodgy.
not
Why
the-
isn't it ever run by like happy? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like everyone's having fun and we all just want to fuck.
Yeah,
What happened to that?
People are greedy.
Yeah.
But
It's like the old porn stars when you hear about it. They're all like, "Oh, it was used to be so much fun, and now it's just guys with 2 fucking hairs and a ponytail, like and then they just don't pay them, or something horrible, or just humiliation porn. You're like, oh no, what happened?
So-
Where did we go wrong?
That's a lot to unpack.
You'll be
there.
surprised.
Not like this.
Yeah, not like
Not
this.
like
the
this.
two places are Germany, obviously.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
Germany-
They had the world's biggest, but
No,
No.
no.
they had the world's biggest.
Oh, brothel.
The Pasha.
The
one,
Pasha brothel. Yeah, 7-story
That
brothel.
closed
in
down
Cologne. Yeah.
during
COVID.
COVID.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So they have like obviously like all their sex workers and stuff are like they're just normal jobs.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
it's like a
Tax,
job.
yeah.
They pay
So
taxes.
pension and
yeah,
fucking-
exactly. Everything. So they have it.
But surely, like I said, as a prostitute, there is no career progression. It's not. Well, you could get a madame, I guess.
You get the same benefits as everyone
No,
else.
I know, but there's no like I'm going to be a manager or I'm going to go to this, and then plus there's a lifespan on the fanny.
Yeah, of course, but the
You cannot pound it forever.
Yeah. No,
10 years in, it's going to look
I
rough.
beg to differ.
But you know what I mean? And still earn money from it.
Yeah.
You could pound it forever.
Again. Nah,
Yeah.
you can push
There's
some
an
out.
issue.
Do
There's an
you like
issue
a
for everything.
blooming flower or a wet lasagna? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it goes quick.
Yeah, but but they
I mean,
can,
they're incredibly durable.
They are, but like, age is a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
it just is.
Age is a cruel mistress to all of us, yeah. But
you but in Germany, like you fucking have a car crash, you break a leg or something, you can get social welfare. You know,
Right,
cause,
right.
Like because
Yeah.
you can't work, right? Still great. That's great for them. Denmark, right? Denmark goes, surprisingly enough, which shocked me today, goes a little step further. Denmark, you can apply through the government if you're disabled. You can apply for extra money that you get. Did you pay the hookers because you're disabled and they charge you extra? You can apply for that through the government and they'll give you that so you can get laid.
like a
What?
little, like a little disabled medical card for bringing to the house, like 20% off. Look, government says
basically-
so.
Oh, what's the symbol? Like, it's in
I
just
really want
the
to-
wheelchair symbol with a horn on. Fucking, it's got to be something like that. It's got to be something
really
like
want
that.
to see
or
the
a head in the
form.
lap. Yeah.
The form you fill out in the dole. You know?
Why don't you use my joystick?
A dick on crutches. Like, yeah. Oh,
That
man.
was surprising. I
Where
was like,
are
really?
my-
And like Denmark,
Go
I hear
Denmark.
is not cheap. So they
No.
must be, for a prostitute, I imagine it's quite pricey.
$7
so if the
grand, 10 minutes. Like.
Yeah. So if the government are handing you, they ain't handing you, €10.
No,
they're
no.
handing you something hefty
that's
enough.
meaty, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well-
meaty. Like, could be 150 quid. Like, I'll take that. Like.
There's that leads on to my
Deluxe.
next subject. Prices all around the world.
Right.
Right.
So
It
where's
quite
the cheapest?
varies, obviously.
Oh,
yeah.
massively.
So I want to know, right? See if you can guess where and how much is the cheapest. It's grim, right? And then where and how much is the most expensive. Now I will tell you, the most expensive is around an event that happens in this place once a year.
Right, okay. Well, then I'd say for the cheapest, we'll start there. I'm assuming it's in the continent of fucking Africa.
It is not.
It is not.
I would say I'm going to go Asia.
Yeah.
I would have said
Okay.
like Cambodia or somewhere like that.
I'd nearly say China because
It
it's
is
just
Bangladesh.
Oh, Dhaka.
Right?
I
Bangladesh.
said it earlier. I have the lonely planet for Bangladesh. I almost travelled through there.
How much?
Poor El Desh
In-
getting
in-
banged
A
on the
pint
cheek.
of elephant milk.
Now we're talking dollars, right? So it's in dollars. This is-
$2.
I'd say, what for full sex?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and go like 50 cents or something scandalous.
60 cents.
Oh,
Oh
yes!
my days!
Oh, good hell!
Yeah.
Like
60
literally,
Oh, my
bus
God.
fare would get you an orgy. Disgusting,
yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
You cry
Don't
yourself
kill
to sleep at
afterwards.
night.
Dan,
Yeah.
when's the last time you got the bus here? How much do you think a bus costs these days?
Quite pricey.
£3 fucking quid,
Yeah,
mate.
that's the orgy.
£3.
Yeah, it's an orgy. That's 5 fucking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say beauties, but then I stopped myself.
Yeah.
I can't imagine getting 5 beauties for 3
Right.
fucking dollars
5 teeth between them.
that that keep swapping mid fuck. Like, oh no, old chapper here.
Right, other end of the scale.
Right, most expensive, and you're saying it's an event.
It is an event that happens once a year.
I'm assuming it's got to be like that, like Bud said earlier, maybe with the Nevada type thing, where one of these American events where it's like silly kind of oil tycoons come
It
to it.
isn't. It is on our continent.
On our continent.
Oh, it's in Europe. Oh.
Is it Germany,
No.
Spain,
Think once a year, very rich people gather in one place once.
eyes
a year.
wide shut?
Luxembourg or fucking...
Oh, Brussels.
No. Think about it. Think
It's
about
a not fucking like an EU meetup or something like that.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
That would have
The
been
G8 summit.
yeah,
All of
big
it.
time. Oh, big swinging dicks, every one of them. Now there's money.
Everyone in the WhatsApp group with Berlusconi just...
Fuck oh, dirty cunt.
No, it is in France.
Oh, you
In
still
France, at Saint Tropez or one of
Cannes.
these.
Oh, Cannes.
Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes. We don't pronounce the S, darling.
Cannes, whatever. Cannes Film Festival. You will.
You snob.
you
you fucking
snob.
snob.
40 G's.
40 grand.
and
And
like-
this is obviously attached to one woman, I'm assuming.
There is.
Or is there like a
no, there.
harem?
No, this 40 G's is from a hooker, escort, let's say, for that price.
Fucking
who
wife
wrote
for that
a
price.
book? Who wrote a book? She's well known. I forget her name now.
40 grand a night. That's one night, I'm assuming, or is that a weekend?
During
a week,
that,
or-
during the
Oh,
film
so it goes
festival.
on for how long is this can?
Yeah, but I mean, on the flip side, you might have to sleep with Harvey Weinstein.
For 40 grand, I'd sleep with him. Fucking deal with it.
Yeah, I'd take a shot to the face for 40 grand.
40. Like, is it one night?
And Harvey Weinstein's one for just shooting you somewhere.
I can't imagine his stamina's great either.
Yeah.
It's not like he's an 8-hour goer. Like I said, he's a fucking
Closet marathon runner.
yeah. Oh, can you imagine? He just whips off. The gut is just 6-pack rippled. Oh no! Oh no! Pulls out this almighty haymaker, fucking swinging between the legs. Oh
the
no!
truncheon.
Oh no! Oh no!
Also, New York City is 10 grand a night for the most expensive hooker.
Jesus. And that's a single hooker.
Yeah, and
Like that's not just a group of hookers.
No, that's a regular thing as well. It's not like a special.
I presume that's like a nightly rate rather than an hourly rate.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
has
yeah,
to be.
10 grand a night is.
That's bringing her to the gala, and then
Yeah.
you fuck her
Yeah,
under the grand piano,
If
wearing
you
your tux.
if you're lucky for your 10 grand.
Your Shark Tank. Like
I
Jesus.
don't pay prostitutes to sleep with them. I pay with them to leave.
man. That's fucking.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
Like when you think of the
40 grand a
money
night.
that people have to throw, 10 grand. What was the other one? Sorry, in Cannes. How much?
It was 40 grand a night, and it comes from a man who was arrested during a prostitution ring in the city.
So he was arrested handing
he
the
was
40
arrested
grand. over.
running it. He was running
Oh,
it.
running it.
Oh.
Oh, could, oh, the money he
was,
must have been.
yeah. Could you imagine? Yeah.
Jesus.
And the ladies, let alone the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good bit of wedge. And but also the thing is, like, if you're running something like that, who have you paid off? Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Do you know what
Russian
I mean?
gangsters.
If you're running something like that,
everyone wants a slice of the pie.
Oh, there's a lot of mouths to feed there.
Yeah,
There's a
who'd
lot
you
of
piss
people-
off as well? Because you got
Well,
rid of
that's
Oh
it.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Someone-
That you're just going to have to
someone-
build a crack squad of fucking
Because this is all
ex-Russian fucking mafia.
You were late paying somebody.
Oh yeah, of
and
course.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
issue.
that was definitely. Or you didn't.
There's
pay
definitely someone dissolving in fucking acid, in a drum of acid. Many people, in fact. You have to buy a warehouse to facilitate the drums of acid. Like, think about it. The amount of people that'd be like, I come now, I from Bulgaria mafia. I take. What are you gonna do? And you're gonna I have to dissolve this guy now.
Yeah.
He's threatening me, and I have like what 10 billion to protect. Acid. Like is it, everyone just acid. Just fuck him in the vat.
In
acid.
the pool. In the pool.
There's no other option. Everyone would be doing it, and you'd have to acid him straight away because he'll acid you.
Cynthia, honey, will you get the barrel? Yeah, we got Boris outside.
Yeah, we're
He
going to
needs,
need the extra
he needs
large.
a
He's
dick.
got a.
Yeah.
He's
He got a bit of a gut, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
we can't squeeze him in.
So I went from like all these prices and stuff to like going. We all really want to know the weirdest things people prostitutes get asked to do. That's bottom line. That's what I went on to line to find,
So
and I found some gems.
And like, think so. The ones you must have found online for the weirdest stories ever are obviously from like high-ranking ones, if you know what I mean. This isn't from Bangladesh's finest. You know, this is from the Can people. Where
No,
you know, on
no.
silly money.
It's actually-
This isn't the horror stories of Bosnia.
This was actually where I'm getting all these from was from a Reddit thread that was someone put up just asking random prostitutes around America just to write in
How much?
anonymously their weird stories. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
all went to
Right.
town, right?
Okay,
So there's
okay.
a good few of them, right? Went in.
Superb.
Yeah.
Super.
So I picked out a couple of great ones. So the first one is from a lady, obviously unknown, and she said,
Is there any name like Cristal? Or, you know, something ridiculous.
"Jits girl."
Jeez, we'll call her Jizz Girl.
Look-
We'll call her Jizz Girl.
Well, no jizz happened here.
Stella Artois from Leeds.
Tenants from Glasgow.
So she says, right, I had a guy lie me on the table, right, take my shoes off, get out a set of dental picks, mirrors, and electric toothbrush. Right?
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck out of there. Any
No,
dental shit, I'd be like, oh no.
No, and doing a dental exam on her feet. He wanted, right, for an hour for her to lie there, completely straight faced, to play it straight that he was doing a dental exam, but it was on her feet, and he wore it to town on her.
Was he like I'm assuming he was a dentist.
No
or like,
idea.
Now, here's the question. Is he a dentist with a foot fetish, or is he a chiropodist with a tooth fetish?
Whoa.
What do we
Well, there's a question. There's a question.
Who knows? But she says, she goes on to say he never took his dick out. His
So
pants
all
stayed-
above board.
All above board. Pants stayed on.
I'd say it was just they were like
And that was
fucking whitewash pants when he
Oh.
went home. Like he may not have taken it
So,
out,
yeah,
but
but
something
for-
came out. Like.
For her,
Gross.
it's win-win though.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
get my feet done, clean, whatever.
Taking my
the fuck.
toes for a bit. And
And I bet that was top fucking dollar as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
that-
can't imagine that's your
niche shit is.
that's not your roll in the bush.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, the weirder it is, the more you're.
because that's it.
fucking
Like
selling.
any of those WhatsApp videos that go around, with the balls hanging through the gap in the ceiling, and she just does the speed
the
bag and the
speed
balls.
bag. Yeah.
That makes me laugh every fucking time. It's funny as hell. But
I
I
started-
guarantee, like CEOs,
Yeah.
that's who's sticking
yeah.
their balls through that hole.
And
And,
I
here's
started-
like raining $100 grand on her,
Yeah.
and they're just getting.
Oh yeah, you're talking a
battered.
You're talking 10 G's.
Yeah, oh yeah. This isn't no €100 fucking
Yeah.
malarkey. Like this is serious shit. And they're walking bow-legged home, thinking to their Ferrari, going, this is the life, like, because I'm out of other things to do. It's the Epstein thing all over again. Like.
Yeah, but I stayed away from them actually. There's loads of them.
Yeah, we don't want them.
You should stay
No,
away
no,
from
but I
Epstein.
said-
yeah.
No, not the Epstein shit.
He's
I
not a
meant,
great guy.
I
like,
stayed
yeah.
away from like the ball shit. There's loads of people getting like, oh, he asked me this.
Cock
like,
and ball
stomp-
torture.
Yeah,
It's
nah,
a whole
Oh,
thing.
the CBG.
normal.
Yeah. Nine,
So there's another one.
I didn't know what that meant, and I saw at some stage CBT, and I was like, "What is that?" Like, I was thinking like I couldn't remember. Like, it sounded like somewhere I was in Australia, Coogee Bay, something. And then I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh no, cock and ball torture? No. Not nine dank.
My phone repeatedly auto-corrected CBD to
CBT.
and and
Damn you,
the
phone.
girl I was seeing, I was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking into it."
Really into it.
And
Really into it.
and then it was like, I looked back and I was like, oh no, I meant smoking a vape, not you stilettoing my testicles.
Violently.
Yeah,
Like that.
like, and she was like, really, that, like, her whole thing was like, that
It
helps
sounded
you.
like you nearly had her, like if you wanted to.
Well, she was very open about kinks and stuff, so she was like, I mean, it's not my thing, but I mean, if you're into it, and this helps you chill out at night, and I was like, yeah, bit of CBD, grand.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Who is this guy? Who's this fucking maniac?
This helps you chill out. Yeah, kick me.
I like to be dragged around the room by the balls.
the harder it hits, the better. Like, do you know what I
Oh
mean?
God! I want to feel it in my stomach, or else it's no fucking dice otherwise.
Yeah.
So
I'm not paying you.
I'm more, right? So this is another one. I had an escort service a few years ago. One of the clients used to come in with a plastic bag and a paper bag.
Is this over the head?
No.
No.
He would get one of the girls to hold the plastic bag out while he took a dump in it. Then he would put it in a paper bag and go back to work in a law firm. He would hide them in different places around the law firm to see if anyone would find
Once
them.
again, I bet he was high-powered lawyer as well,
Probably.
not
Yeah.
some fucking,
Oh, yeah.
not some janitor.
You're paying a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of money
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
girl to hold the
Judge.
bag while you shitting it. You know?
Oh my
Yeah.
God! And what's okay? Continue.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, we never knew the outcome.
No.
Was he caught? Did
Maybe.
he stay? Like, was he a
That's
phantom
for your-
shitter?
That's for your little special brain to
Fuck's
think of
sake!
later.
Was he a phantom shitter?
Well, obviously he was.
Like,
but
was he
like-
leaving them to be
Yeah,
found,
he did,
or was
yeah.
he leaving them because it's? I
He
don't know,
left them in
odd.
special
Well, why
places
does
around the
he
office.
need the hooker to hold the bag?
Yeah.
If he could just hold his own
Yeah.
bag, he's fucking set. He doesn't have to pay the hooker
she-
at all.
The
Yeah.
power thing.
And
That's the
once
weird
again,
thing.
It's a
that
shame
is
and
top dollar
humiliation.
paying to
Oh
hooker.
yeah,
You know
again,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's niche. Niche is.
Right.
Imagine saying that. Oh, just I'm gonna imagine even having the balls. And don't get me wrong, like, as in I'm very outgoing. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
have a problem. But something like that, I'd be like, any chance I can? You just hold this bag, right? I'm just going to shit into it. And then it's just.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
you're-
God!
you're-
Like,
you've already you've thrown 10 G's at her to do that. You know?
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so-
But still, it's
Yeah.
it's dignity.
Right.
It's
Well,
dignity.
you'd have to negotiate
This
that before
one-
the
this
getting
one-
through that. The negotiation of it's like so.
Yeah.
This might sound a little bit weird.
Yeah.
And the hooker's like, honey, I've been doing this for 10 fucking years. Okay, there's nothing you can say that can shock me. And then, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
No, you're a fucking freak, man. That's
Shit
fucked
in
up.
a bag.
But
Interesting.
yeah, 10
that's like
G's, yeah, I'll
that's
do it.
homeless
Oh.
shit. Like, you know, that's homeless style.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right. Got another one.
Right.
I was a strip club DJ for a bit.
Or say he has seen what a job.
Yeah,
Fly
yeah.
on the wall, if ever there was one.
That's the dream right there, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's like
I ha-
towel boy at a porno. Like.
Yeah.
I had this one odd duck, he says, that would come in and pay the girls like $200 to piss in a glass for him. This happened several times. Then once one of the girls took the glass to the bouncer and got the bouncer to piss in it.
No.
She took it back to him, and your man sniffed it and said, "This is man piss. left and never came back.
Fuck off. Fair goddamn play to that guy. What a hero.
A fucking
We can be heroes just for one day.
urine sommelier.
Literally, my respect for that guy shot through the roof. It was rock bottom until you said that.
He sniffed it, was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
I will
Brilliant.
take
Brilliant.
my money
I don't- yeah.
elsewhere.
Please tell me threw it at her.
I hope he fucking battled her to a duel. Like, as he'd hit her with the glove and walked out.
Yeah.
What a hero.
I'm taking me and my wad of fucking cash down to the other skanky ass house shop down the road.
What a hero. What a, like, think about that. What a fucking hero. Like,
How could you betray me like this?
oh my God. And like, once again, what was he, did it say how much he was paying? $200? Is
Yeah.
$200 per piss cup.
Yeah.
And did it say what he was doing with the piss cup? Drinking it?
No, didn't say it.
In, like, was he sitting there watching the
Wearing
show,
it as-
drinking it?
Wearing
Or
his
cologne?
perfume, like.
I think he just liked to sniff it, probably. I think it was a sniffy thing. I don't know.
Jesus. But then again, as I said,
Darkness.
rock bottom, and he shot through.
Yeah.
He went through the stars.
How dare
as soon as you
I
said
will
that.
take my money down
Yeah.
to Fluffies
Yeah.
down the road.
He got his hat and his coat and
Yeah,
scarf,
yeah,
and
yeah.
out he went off the coat rack,
Even piss sniffer has fucking standards. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
and very high.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
fuck up once,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have one chance
Yeah.
with this guy.
This is Bruno's piss.
Yeah.
I've smelt this before.
Yeah,
So I've got another one,
I
right?
think the guy's Simone.
for a start, that bouncer is far too hydrated compared to you dehydrated assholes.
Yeah,
over
I'd say
here.
some of them were probably kidney
Living
infections.
off vodka and cigarettes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they're just living off semen and coke. I'd say for the most, they're just like dark brown piss. Like,
Right. So this one's dark, right? This one's fucking
keep it
dark.
funny. We'll
No, it's dark,
Right.
but it didn't happen, right? So
Okay.
this is someone. It was requested. She said, "Fuck no," right? The end of this says, "I said hell no," right? But I was like,
I
this is-
wonder. Did
A
you?
week later.
When
Yeah, yeah.
When I read this, I was like, "This is going in, like
Okay.
definitely," because it's fucked up.
Title of my sex tape.
Uh,
And then it didn't.
yeah.
Then it didn't.
Access denied.
So it starts with
File format not supported. What?
it starts with so
What's it start with, Gar?
Former, stop. Former Dom here. Client wanted me to scald him in a hot tub until he passed out, revive and repeat for several hours.
I've never heard of scalding. Is that a
that?
thing? Like with obviously boiling hot water. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
right, like so hot you pass out. Like
Pass out.
yeah, pass out and then revive him and keep doing that until
How
he passes out
does
for
it say
several
how
hours.
the revival
Yeah.
happens?
No,
I mean, you
no.
don't necessarily. I mean, you wouldn't. I don't. Oh, skull. Like that's not just like you can pass out in a hot bath from like from overheating
Yeah,
and
yeah.
steam and things like that. I remember doing it once in London. Nearly fucking killed myself. Not in a suicidal kind of way. Accidentally, I was there
The
with.
toaster was just resting on my account, resting on the side of the bath.
I wanted toast.
I was hungry. Fuck off.
No, I was seeing a partner of mine. And we went to London, sexy weekend, hotel thing. We were having some champagne in the bath. Whew, it was very steamy. We'd most of the bottle of champagne gone, and I stood up and nearly fucking killed myself.
But that's because you stood up, though. The head rush.
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah,
it was the steam.
I've done the
and then
same.
even in the bath, I had to. Even when I was sitting there, I could feel myself like,
Getting a bit woozy.
oh man, I was all over the shop.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I've had like three like glasses of champagne. Now I drink a lot. That's not even breakfast.
It's not.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's the heat and the
And the
steam.
heat, but that was it. The
I had the
steam.
same thing. I was going out with a girl at the time, and we were having a boiling hot bath, and it was right at the start when you were going out, so everything was like fucking rock hard as soon as you hop in.
Yeah.
But like stupidly hot bath. And it got so hot, and we were obviously fucking, which made it more hot. And it
Yeah.
was just like, this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
I was just eventually, I was like, look, I'm going to have to, like, the toilet was there. I was like, give me a minute. So I had to get out, sit in the toilet.
and cool.
And I remember she looked over and she goes, oh my God, your fucking balls. The heat, they were literally, like, I swear to God, it's halfway, they're the longest they have ever been, and I've ever seen in my life. Like, they were halfway down to my knee, like, I'd say further than halfway down. They were insane because I literally
Donkey bonnet.
And
I just-
and
when I just
marble,
sit-
not a crinkle to
no,
be seen.
like ironed out. Like I sat there, like head in my hands, like I was so hot. I was like, oh my God, just give me a minute. Like. But you should have seen these pendulous balls. Like, they were fucking. And I didn't see that, and I felt the swing, obviously. But like
What, in the back of my leg.
this was stupidly fucking. This was, oh my God, you could fucking set your music to this metronome, like, it was nuts.
I've got one more, and then we can move on. So this one went in because it was the weirdest one, right? Just on a pure why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How have you
What were
got
the
to this
thoughts
point,
here? Like,
right?
Yeah.
So it starts, escort here. An Asian man asked me to lift my skirt so that my thigh was exposed, and asked me.
I like it so far. We're good.
Asked me to take off my shirt. Okay, normal so far, I thought. Then he pulled.
What are we betting on? Hang on. What are we thinking? So, okay, we then he pulled. Is it a body part?
Marigolds.
Oh, marigolds.
Rubber gloves are always like.
No. What? Well, it's not. It's
shit
it's
from his pocket.
it's
Someone
whole-
else's shit.
It's the whole gamut of it.
Okay.
Mr. Hanky.
Then he
Wrote his name on the mirror of a piece of shit.
then he pulled off his pants, and I was like, "Yeah, it's get down time." Right, supposed to. He then proceeded.
Let's go to work.
He then proceeded to lick and kiss my right armpit, and rub himself on my thigh. It took him a bit. It took him a bit. It took me every bit of power not to burst out laughing. He came in about 4 minutes and asked me, "Was I okay?" and then left.
Ooh. Armpit, yeah, I've seen the armpits in a few porns. All right,
Really?
yeah, I have. Like it's
Armpits
never
are-
advertised as that. I never look or armpit porn or something like that. It's always just happens. There's just one in particular that I remember that it happened in, and it was something like I think he closed the arm and fucked the armpit at one point, but it was only like
Of
a
course.
minute of the
Yeah.
thing or something like that. It was good fucking otherwise, but like it was more of a kind of. He's so up for it.
It's an
that
inter-
he's
it was
doing
an
that.
interlude position.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
it
what
was
I mean?
good. Like, because I was like, I can see it. I
While
can see it happening.
transitioning from A to B, we've got this
Yeah.
little armpit interlude.
I could see it happening. I completely. But the armpits for like licking and all that, not for me. Pap or what?
No, fuck that. I
Fuck.
was like, and then to rub yourself on the thigh until you just blow your beans in your pants. Very weird.
Once again, top dollar. I
Where
reckon.
do you where do you
I
stand
don't know, is
on,
that top dollar?
on hairy pits?
Oh, I'm not
Not
a
a
fan. Who
fan.
the fuck is a fan of them?
To be honest,
Oh,
I
God,
thought,
here
I
we go.
thought- no,
Here
I-
we go.
No, I agree with you. I'm not a fan, but I always thought I was indifferent. To be honest, I was like, I mean, unless it's
like,
like,
what length are we talking?
well, that's it. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not like. I definitely wouldn't want a girl with like pits like mine.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
like-
like,
Wolfman pits.
Fucking hell.
you know, the forest.
I'm
But yeah, I saw a girl and I was really like this really hot girl, and whatever way she was standing, it was like, oh no, sorry,
It's
no.
a disaster.
Yeah.
It's an
No.
instant dick
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah,
as in,
yeah,
like,
and I
snipe
really,
to the dick.
and I actually kind of felt bad. It was like, why? It's natural. Why should? There's no reason.
then?
Lots of
on-
things are natural. Fucked up teeth are natural. They're not attractive.
Yeah, I agree. Like
On
aesthetics,
that question, then, what about fucking? What are we talking about? Bush. Bush seems to be coming back in.
Yeah.
It's like when we were growing up, when we were young teenagers. It was like you got the. It started with the fucking.
Well, it
they-
started
they,
with
like-
pure bush, but like that was nearly
that
before
was-
our time.
Ah, yeah, that was because
But,
we were Robin
but when we were
porn.
when we were a teenager, it was
It
more
was like
more
runway strip.
tidied bush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
runway
runway strip, but like bushy runway strip, you know. And then it eventually trimmed out.
I think it's more bushy now.
I'd wanted to.
Oh
yeah.
well,
I think it's more like
don't know
full
about
bush
that
on
now, like.
full bush on top.
it's all just a mishmash now. Like.
Yeah.
As in, you could find anything you
style-
want.
there's all
That's the
kinds of
problem.
styles.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, what's your
No one's
perso-
obeying
What
anything.
is your personal preference on that? Complete person.
Head of
Obviously, we don't
less
give a
less
fuck.
less is
Head
less
of
is
hair.
less is
That's
more.
just for
I
him.
think. I don't. Yeah, it needs to be tidy. I mean,
Yeah,
I've-
we all
definitely.
agree on that.
Of,
I'm saying perfect
I have
preference.
ba-
You don't want the stragglers hanging around.
I've battled some Yeti bushes in my time, and I'm not going back to that war zone.
Especially when they catch things. Have you seen that?
The catch thing.
Oh, like they catch juice that's like, maybe dried. Something, like, there's also, I think, to be honest, one of the biggest turns off for me is when this is bad. But have you ever been fucking someone in doggy style position?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't see what you're seeing. You're looking down. They've obviously shaved their like crack.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny, grown back a bit, and there's little balls of toilet paper
Oh,
stuck
yeah, yeah.
in the tiny hairs
yeah.
that are sharp hairs
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
grown back.
Oh yeah, no, you'll get that.
That is awful.
I read it
That's
in Maze.
I have never.
Such
I
a
read-
turn
I'm so
off.
happy I've never
It
had
is
that.
You've
horrendous.
never had it? Oh,
No,
man.
thank fuck.
Oh man, that's it.
Because that
That's-
would kill
That's
me.
a stat. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a hard. It's literally a hard pill to swallow.
It's a
sometimes.
U-turn.
Um,
As in, by U-turn, I mean flops
But
all
what's
the
your-
way to
but
the
you
floor.
didn't either answer the question. What is your ideal?
I suppose.
Like, you
To
had
be
to
honest,
pick.
I vary from
yeah,
day
it
to
depends.
day. like.
I mean, I don't mind.
I sometimes, like, for a long time, I was liking a tidy but thick triangle. But when I say thick, I just mean I can't see the skin too much, but it's not tall. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? A
Yeah, like
dense
enough to hold on
but
to.
tight, like a crew cut,
Yeah.
like for a pussy, a crew cut pussy, but like a triangle, like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
That pussy's going Marine Corps. We
Yeah.
got to shave the sides.
Because I've noticed that with a few, like, you know, when you're obviously watching different porn and whatnot, that some girls just have much thicker.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's deadly.
Same
I'd
here.
like to give that a
exactly.
whirl
Yeah.
for no reason at all. It's just hair. Like, it makes no difference. And you're mostly shaved anyway. But it's weird that you see it.
But that's
I swear to God, I've had the exact same thought
Yeah.
as you just like word for word in my head. Like, just look up.
I'd like to give that a shot. Yeah. It just
And
looks
I am
interesting.
fuck all
I've
real-
never
I've
been
no idea
there.
why
Yeah.
I'm like more
And you're
turned
like,
up in that
and
bush.
you're even looking, you're thinking, where's this video? Brazil. Oh, well, then I need to go there. Well, that's Ecuadorian pussy. Or
That's
whatever.
on the list.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I've come across that many a time going, because to be honest, at least with memory, I think nearly everyone I fucked to memory have. It's not thick. It's pretty sparse. You know what I mean? I'm seeing skin through it. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't fucking 80s birds, so you know what I mean? But, you know, I was, for the length it was,
Yeah.
I was seeing skin, you know? As opposed to just, like, a crew cut solid, like,
Head
wow.
of hair, like,
yeah,
yeah.
head of hair. I could brush that. Like, I could gel that. You know, that kind of way.
Hold on to get a bit of Dax in there.
That's what I mean.
Mandax.
Max.
Yeah, that's a strange one. I don't know why, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why it is. I think it's just different.
Yeah,
I think that's the spice, really. Like, you want everything different. I've never tried that. Give that a whirl.
Yeah,
Never tried this.
I mean, you can much like haircuts. You can have different hairstyles. You know what I mean? It's like some people suit a crew cut. Some people suit long hair. It depends on the person. Some people, you know, as you said, have thicker bushes. So, you know, keeping it trim or keeping it to a certain length or keeping it bald, because that's the problem. It's not like getting a pussy or whatever bald is you know, it's easy enough. But then you've got the regrow. So unless you're lasering or something like that, it's the stubble. Now that's the bit that I don't.
Yeah,
like.
I don't like the stubble.
That's the
Yeah.
I know that makes it's like,
See, the problem with the stubble that I really have, that fucking gets me every time, and you power through it, but you don't want to power through it as soon as you feel it. So I'm sure you've all done the same. She's lying on her back, you're on your knees, and it's like missionary position, and you rub your dick on her. And you're just rubbing it across a fucking cheese grater. At some point, you're like, no one's wet yet. You're like, this isn't good. Or no, it's not even that they're not wet. They're not wet up high or very low or wherever the fucking cheese grater part is. Because it's not in the fucking lips. You know what I mean? The hair isn't there. It's elsewhere.
some kind of pencil sharpener situation.
It's a fucking disaster. That's happened so many times, and I'm just like, she obviously is liking it, as in, please stay with what you're doing. I'm like, no, I need to go into safety. Like, there's much more safety.
cool
in it.
off in
yeah,
it.
yeah. But I
Burn.
need to take a dip, fucking in the pool. dip the toe.
before we break skin. Yeah.
But that's just the idea of a woman sitting there listening to this, just with the pure like, no, she shaved a day ago, and now it's just fucking.
There is probably some poor lady sitting there with a thing of feet going, "Use her a shower of pricks."
Yeah.
The weird thing is, though,
And
right?
we never once denied it.
No,
But the weird thing is, right,
That's
when
the
you,
truth.
right, so, like, fucking we shave, like, as in, I make sure I've tidy balls. I never go bald, as in on the top.
No.
Like, on the balls, I try to be as bald as possible.
You hear that, Manscaped? Come at us. You seem to be sponsoring every other
Yeah,
fucking podcast.
every fucking podcast. To be honest, I really want to give it a whirl. This no
But
Nick shit.
I'm
No
refusing
Nick
to pay for it because they give one free to every other podcast. So come at us, Manscaped.
Come on, for fucking-
But that's it. Like,
We'll share one.
I've
We
never.
will not.
Anytime. Oh God. Anytime after you shaved, have you ever felt a sharp dick? No, I've never felt a sharp dick.
A sharp.
Your dick, I mean, not someone else's dick.
My
Yeah,
dick
but I don't shave it down to bald. Like, do you know what I mean?
Even your balls, or
No, I keep it trim. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't.
Oh,
I
so you
don't-
have some sort of fuzz on the balls?
Yeah,
So do I.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
Oh, I go like
I know.
big razor on
Oh,
the balls.
God,
no.
I have
No.
been for a long time.
Oh my God,
no.
the
Yeah,
itch.
no,
The fucking
no,
there
micro
isn't
itch.
on the balls. It's
Bollocks,
all
there
gross.
is.
No.
No.
Yeah, I want a short scrot. Like, it's where it's at. Like, fuck
How-
that stragglers. You don't want No, it looks like someone like used your balls as an ashtray.
No,
you
but
don't want
use-
that.
Yeah, but you can use a beard trimmer, man.
I use a beard
Beard
trimmer.
trimmer where it's got a
See,
guard.
I did used to use one of them, and then I just nick twice in one go, and I haven't used it since.
I will tell you
Yeah,
now.
were
I
you
can't do
using-
it.
were you using it
It
without
scared me, and I pissed blood. Well, not pissed blood. It was, to be honest, it was fuck all blood. But it was hurt because I had taken a shower after, and that sting when the shampoo runs over.
I only the other day before.
Were you using it without a guard?
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
why?
Yeah,
That's-
because I want Sean's growth.
Yeah, but go down to the lowest level with the guard, and you
Nah,
won't
you
get
won't
the
get
nicks.
you. Like,
Yeah, but like my
then-
balls have so many folds and wrinkles. It's like it's
Well,
literally
get
like
your
pussy.
fucking hot bath then. Do you know what I mean? We've been
Yeah, but I
saying
always
this.
have to like even to shave. You have to like squeeze a nut in one direction to like you know when you do that and it shines one side
yeah,
of the
I get it.
sack.
I don't know.
I would not be squeezing out a nut.
I'm not
No,
squeezing
no.
it. I'm just maneuvering
pinch a
it.
bit of sack, pull it out, shave the motherfucker,
yeah.
and move on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to say, and I'm shocked that like I agree with him. I don't really agree with him on most things he does when it comes to like grooming,
He's a degenerate.
shitting.
Yeah.
He does things
Armpit
weird.
hair, apparently. Yeah.
The
But
man
his,
gets
but his balls are fucking lush.
the man gets into a car backwards. It's the only person I've ever known that
Really?
that reverses into
How have
a
I not
car.
noticed? Is this a Zoolander thing?
Check it out when next time he gets
I'm
into
not
a
an
car.
Emmy-turner.
He gets in arse first and then goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't go like
put my arse on the seat. Yeah.
like a dainty lady. So he
Weird.
just want to get like upskirt fucking shot.
Nice.
I know what kind of perverts I hang around with.
Yeah. Is this like number one, where he has to hop on the chair over the top every time? Is that what this is?
The backwards
yeah,
seat.
the backwards seat. Oh,
Well,
brilliant.
we talked about it last time.
Oh
you
man,
know,
I
it's
definitely
weird
should.
way he
I should
shits.
dress up as Captain Riker or Riker from.
He wishes he was captain.
That'd be great. Yeah. Vice
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Engage.
The other day on this topic of shaving, I was like, right, fucking, this friend of mine coming over, there's someone coming over. I was like, right, better get this fucking neaten up here. Went to town, had a shave, and then I was like,
Cut my balls off.
Yeah.
Thought it looked better.
Absolutely shredded myself, all like everywhere. I don't know why. Don't know what fucking weird.
As in,
angle
were
I
you
was
using
at.
a razor or the?
I was
or-
using a fucking beard trimmer, no
Right,
guard, on like the top, just to neaten up.
Right.
But whatever, maybe it was just blunt or something. But I fucking
gotta oil them fuckers.
annihilated myself.
You
I
have
was
to oil them.
shredded. And like, oh,
Like
agony.
WD-40 even.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. You need to keep them fucking things
it was that.
oiled.
It was that bad. It was there had to be pseudo-cream involved.
Oh, no.
I was in that.
Oh,
I was
man.
stinging the life
Like
out of
that's, I
myself.
haven't used that since I was like 4. You
And
know, and like I had a
love it.
rash or something.
Speaking of, fun fact, Sudocreme is.
It's gone now, I hear.
No, but it's,
No.
it's Irish, and the
Yeah.
reason it's called Sudocreme is because it is the Dublin pronunciation of soothing cream.
Yeah.
And that's
Really?
Genuine story.
Sudocreme.
That is a true story.
Sorry,
yeah.
it's not gone. They moved it to Bulgaria, I think. That was a production.
Fuck's
Only like a
sake.
few weeks ago, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Pretty sure.
It's a massive, massive.
Irish thing,
Irish
but
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's cheaper in fucking Bulgaria.
Sudocreme.
Right. Right.
Enough of your soothing creams.
We had planned on a quiz this week, but we pretty much ran out of time.
We
So,
we
yeah, we'll
completely
save-
ran out of time.
We will we'll save it for next week.
Yeah, we have a very good quiz for you next week, guys. Thanks for joining us this week and keeping us company. Send in any requests that you have. We'll mention you on the show. And take care, guys. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a good one. Get in touch. Follow us on the socials. Shall I be thy pod on pretty much everything. We now have a Twitter as well, so come follow us there and send us loads of shit that think might be useful for the show, or just shit. Just give us abuse.
enjoy
we're
enjoy
into
all
it.
the
We pay extra.
prostitutions, hookers / escorts you can find us.
Soon to be a Shall I be thy pod OnlyFans.
If you like the show, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you don't, suck my dick.